Hey, it's Morgan, and I ran into some technical difficulties on my business page. Hey guys, it's Morgan. I ran into some technical difficulties on my business page, and so I'm going to share this story again with you today because I think it'll give you something to smile about on a Friday. First, I want to start with a shout out to my buddy Chrissy, who is so sweet. She sent me this beautiful mug and it says she designed a life she loved. This empowered mom. So true. Love it. Thank you, Chrissy. And as promised, today I'm going to be talking about the first time I introduced solid foods to my oldest daughter. And this is coming to you by a request from my mom. She loves this story. So I'm going to share it with you. Uh, my oldest daughter had really bad reflux. And so we did everything we could to help make that better. And she was still the happiest spitter in the world. She spit up all the time. And that in itself made me feel like a failure because I thought, why? What am I doing wrong? What can I do better? Why can't we, feed her and just have her keep her food down? And she was also had a sensitivity or an intolerance to dairy and soy. So she couldn't have any dairy or soy, which meant that in my milk, I couldn't have any dairy or soy. So I was looking for anything I could do to make sure she was getting nutrients and everything. And so at one of her checkups, her doctor recommended or suggested that if we wanted to, we could try introducing some cereal into her diet. And I was like, okay, we'll try it. I'll do anything. And everything I had read said, wait until they're about 6 months to introduce any solid foods. Start with your cereals and your veggies and then your fruits. And when we talked to my doctor and she said it would be okay to do it a little bit earlier, I was like, okay, I'm game. I went to the store. I got the Nature's Organic rice cereal because that's what I had when I was a kid. Like, don't you always start with rice cereal? That's what I thought. So we got that, mixed it with my breast milk, made it like this big ceremonial thing where we had our video ready on our phone and we took pictures and we couldn't wait to capture her first bite. And like most babies do, she spit it out and got it all over and it was so cute. And we put all the pictures on Facebook and it was like, yay, she's having solid foods. And then um she got super constipated and I freaked out. And a day went by and I was nervous. And then another day went by and I was even more nervous. And I was telling the daycare, like, I don't know what's going on. Could you just please call me if she goes? I just want to know she's okay. And then finally, after I think 4 or 5 days, I called the doctor and told them what was going on. And the sweet nurse, her name was Nikki, she was so calm and she said, well, I think you're going to need to clean her out. And I was like, what? And she said, yeah. And do you have a pencil? And I about fell out of my chair because you can probably imagine what was going through my head when I was already nervous. And this nurse tells me I need to clean my daughter out and then asks if I have a pencil. I'm imagining a situation like taking a temperature. So I think my heart skipped a beat and I said, what do I, what's the pencil for? And she said very calmly, oh, well, just so you can write down what I'm going to tell you next. And I could not believe what I thought that the sweet nurse was suggesting and was so relieved when instead she just suggested that we probably needed to do a little laxative, not use a pencil to clean my daughter out. And we did that. Everything was fine. But while all of this was happening, I felt so horrible. I was beating myself. Why did I introduce solid food so early? Why did I let it get that far? How could I have let this happen to my daughter? How uncomfortable she must have been for the last 5 days. How did I not notice? How did I not know what to do? And I beat myself up a long time. And finally, of course, she went. Everything was fine. No love lost. She's a great eater. And the big lesson learned for me is that I wasn't failing as a mom. I was trying to do everything I could so that my baby was getting the nutrients that she needed and to help her reflux. So, that in itself is a success. And also, a big takeaway that I had from that is we never did rice cereal again. And with my second daughter, when it was time to introduce cereal, we went with a lovely organic oatmeal and never had that same problem, never had the call about needing a pencil again. So, if you're in that same boat and you're thinking about introducing solid foods and you have a lot of questions, um, do what feels right for you, and don't worry about making mistakes because everybody has a first time for something. This was my first time, and despite what I thought was a huge failure on my part, I was successfully feeding my baby and trying to keep her healthy. So, moral of the story, you are a success, even if the first time around it doesn't feel like it. So, thanks everybody for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. If you're in Austin, it's raining, and hopefully it clears up. And last thing, I'm going to be doing some exciting things with This Empowered Mom in the next few weeks. So if you want to stay in the know with that, then make sure you head on over to my page and sign up for my mailing list so that you don't miss a thing. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Friday. Bye.